Hello, Lunar Club. Here are our rituals for this full moon in Scorpio. So Scorpio is water energy, and it's the energy of diving deep into the depths of our being, deep into the emotional core of who we are. And a full moon is, the moon represents our emotional being, and when it's full, it's bright and it's spotlighting something that we need to tend to, that we need our conscious awareness to take a look at. And so this full moon in Scorpio is telling us to dive deep because there's something deep within our being that we need to look at. And so for this full moon ritual, the moon has invited us to connect with a body of water. Wherever you live, if you are lucky enough to live by an ocean, a lake, a stream, a river, whatever body of water that you feel connected to. When I used to live in Philadelphia, I would often go to the Schuylkill River, and I would just sit by the river and connect with it. I would do rituals there. I would grieve there. I would celebrate things there. I would just sit there and connect with nature. And so find a body of water that really speaks to you, that you can connect with, even if it's a glass of water from your home. So you connect with a body of water, whether it's out in nature or even a glass of water from your home, and you invite this water to be a part of your ritual. And so, of course, we would create sacred space. And this full moon happened at 14 degrees 58 minutes, which is essentially 15 degrees of Scorpio. So you would look on your birth chart at where 15 degrees of Scorpio falls on your birth chart, which house. And then you would look up what house that is and what that means for you. And so I've done many videos on how to do that, and I will have the instructions and the quick reference house guide attached to this, so you can take a look at your birth chart. You guys should be pros by now. It has the house number right there, and then once you know the house number, then you can look at the chart, and then the chart will tell you these are the areas in your life that this full moon is asking you for a deep dive to take a look at what is there, what is hidden deeper than you've ever looked before. And once you've identified what is being highlighted in your birth chart, we are taking a look at the past and the future, because this is square with the north and south nodes. The north node is our collective future, and the south node is our collective past. So we're taking a look into our past, and that will give us some wisdom for the future. And so these are the questions that we will be working with, and the ritual for this full moon is journaling. So we set our space, invite and connect with a body of water. We find where 15 degrees of Scorpio falls in our birth chart, which house. We identify what areas of our life that we need to take a deep look at, both past and present and future. And we will journey and journal about these questions, or that's the invitation that the moon suggested to me. So question number one, what needs to be cleared from our being? What is it time to let go of? what limitations, what thoughts, what behaviors, what patterns, what grudges, what pain, what sorrow, what grief, what needs to be let go of permanently from our being. Pluto is permanent change. There's no going back when we're working with Pluto. And Pluto is ruling this full moon. And it's a lunar eclipse. It's an eclipse of our deep inner emotional being. So what in our deep inner emotional being needs to be cleared out permanently so that we're free to move on without carrying around the baggage of the past? That's question number 1. Number 2 is, what changes do we need to make in order to make this permanent clearing happen? So where do we need changes in our life? What changes do we need to make? Number 3, where have we given our power away? Where have we not stood in our sovereignty, in our divine power? Where have we given it away to other people, to other people's opinions, to other people's perspectives, to other people's ideas? Where have we given our power away? Number 4, what realizations have we discovered about ourselves? This eclipse is a follow-up. It's a balancing of the eclipse that was initiated from November 8th back in 2023. And through those months, that broad stroke of influence has changed us. And so what have we discovered about ourselves over the past 6, 7, 8 months? What limitations have we outgrown? And so we take these questions and allow ourselves to work with these questions, right? What fears come up when we are meeting and working with these questions, right? We could be working with these questions and a fear could come up like, well, how do I do this? Or how am I gonna, it's easy to say I need to let go of X, Y, and Z, but how do I do that? I don't know if I can do that. And so it's also important to identify the fears that come up. And so in this process, we are taking a look at our lives in a much deeper perspective. We are journaling and working with these deeper parts of our aspects, and water is very important to have as a part of this because water represents flow. Water will go wherever it wants to go. You could put a big boulder in the middle of a stream and water will find a way around it. And so we invite this magical property of water in with us as we go through this and walk through this transformational process. We also learn that water holds the energy and has memory of whatever we give it. And so we're working through our past, we're working through our limitations, we're clearing things out, we're identifying our fears, and we are creating our new versions of ourselves. And in this process, we are charging ourselves with this new energy. And the water will help hold and retain this energy for us. It will react and respond to this ritual, to this act of going deep within our being. And so these are some of the magical properties that we can experience when we work with this water element and the magical properties of the water element. So this is the ritual for this full moon. I hope you guys have a beautiful experience journeying and journaling about what you're ready to let go of, what is being cleared out permanently, what limitations are you putting down for good, what fears may be in the way that you can identify and let go of, and then where are you going from there? What is emerging within you? So this is going to be quite the powerful transformational full moon and lunar eclipse, and I hope you have quite the powerful and transformational full moon ritual. And until next time, bye guys.